On March 15th, 2020, Donald Glover released an album titled 31520. The way it was released was strange. The album could only be found on the website donaldgloverpresents.com, where the music was played on a loop. Less than a day later, the site had been pulled, and on March 22nd, the album was released on all streaming platforms. But even then, the wide release was strange. On Apple Music, for example, the album shows up as either a 58-minute single track by the artist Donald Glover Presents, or an album with 12 separate tracks under Glover's Childish Gambino moniker. In the 12-track version, all the songs except for 2 are titled with timestamps, even songs that previously had titles. This album really interests me, and to be honest, I really enjoyed listening to it. But the release preoccupied me for a long time. I wasn't sure if there was some deeper meaning behind it, or if it was just a marketing gimmick. Clearly there's a motivation for the strangeness, and it's not a weird album for publicity's sake. The whole thing has temporal layers with the dates, timestamps, and even one of the songs being titled Time. But whatever it was trying to communicate went right over my head. The original release and the No Skip album indicate some daring experiments, but the 12-track version released under the old moniker seems to be a backup to make the album more accessible. Time, effort, and more importantly thought were put into the release of this album, but it really comes across as a marketing gimmick. Just because Glover took a big risk and did something new, and then didn't commit to a single aspect. The return of the old name, Childish Gambino, is the biggest cop-out, because Glover has indicated for a long time that he's wanted to abandon this name. I think this was a fun experiment when it comes to a way someone can experience an album, but in the end, it just became an attempt to grab attention. For Scout Center, I'm Owen Cunningham.